Hi kids, hey, once again, it's the Bible, and this is an atheist point of view. I am Josh, and I am reading from the Bible. I am that particular atheist. From cover to cover, New International Version, because the way the Bible is written, I find it funny. Absolutely hysterical even. You will see. But, while I read, I like to have bumpy music playing in the background, and I'm keeping it funky. Alright! Now, where I left off, Exodus. Actually, no, I passed Exodus. I'm in Leviticus. And I still can't say that. Leviticus, chapter 4. The sin offering. Oh, geez, such a thing to offer. The sin offering. So you got the burnt offering, the fellowship offering, the grain offering, the sin offering. Fellowship offering? Fuck, what is this, Lord of the Rings? Fellowship offering. Verse 1. The Lord said to Moses, "Say to the Israelites, when anyone sins unintentionally and does what is forbidden in any other Lord's commandments." What? When anyone sins unintentionally and does what is forbidden in any of the Lord's commandments. Verse 3, if the anointed priest sins. Oh, fuck. Breeding guilt on the people, he must bring to the Lord a young bull without defect as a sin offering for the sin he has committed. He must have all 4 legs. Verse 4, he is to present the bull at the entrance to the tent of meeting before the Lord. He is to lay his hands on its head and slaughter it before the Lord. Here you go. Oh, kill it! Christ. Verse 7, the priest shall then put some of the blood on the horns of the altar of fragrance incense that is before the Lord in the tent of meeting. Blood. Ugh. Blood. Killing. Ugh. The rest of the bull's blood he shall pour out at the base of the altar of burnt offering at the entrance to the tent of meeting. He shall remove all the fat from the bull of the sin offering, the fat that covers the inner parts or is connected to them. We want a lean offering. Verse 9, both kidneys with the fat on them near the loins and the covering of the liver, which he will remove with the kidneys. You. Just as the fat is removed from the ox, sacrificed as a fellowship offering. Then the priest shall burn them on the altar of burnt offering, but the hide of the bull and all its flesh, as well the head and the legs and the inner parts and offal. Offal? The fuck is an offal? That is all the rest of the bull he must take outside the camp to a place ceremonially clean. Ceremonially. Such big words for biblical times. Ceremonially clean, where the ashes are thrown and burn it in a wood fire on the ash heap. Alright, verse 13. If the whole Israelite community sins unintentionally, have you unintentionally sinned? What the fuck? And does what is forbidden in any of the Lord's commands, even though the community is unaware of the matter, they are guilty. Even if they don't know, you're guilty. But I didn't know. It doesn't matter, you're guilty. Verse 14, when they became aware of the sin committed, the assembly must bring a young bull as a sin offering and present it before the tent of meeting. Oh, here we go again. The elders of the community are to lay their hands on the bull's head before the Lord, and the bull slaughtered before the Lord. There you go, Yahweh! Like that shit. Verse 16, then the anointed priest is to take some of the bull's blood into the tent of meeting. He shall dip his finger into the blood and sprinkle it before the Lord 7 times in front of the curtain. They really got to count? Okay. So specific. 7 times. He is to put some of the blood on the horns of the altar that is before the Lord of the tent of meeting. The rest of the blood he shall pour out at the base of the altar of the burnt offering at the entrance to the tent of meeting. Fucking bloody fucking thing. He shall remove all the fat from it and burn it on the altar, and do with this bull just as he did with the bull for the sin offering. In this way the priest shall make anointment for them, and they will be forgiven. Just like that. Get bloody as hell and you are forgiven. Verse 21, then he shall take the bull outside the camp and burn it as he burned the first bull. This is a sin offering for the community. And they were sinning and they didn't know it. It was unintentional. Subconscious sinning. Verse 22, when a leader sins unintentionally, and of course it's always unintentionally, he didn't mean to do it, and does what is forbidden in any of the commandments of the Lord his God, he is guilty. Unintentionally guilty. Verse 23, when he is made aware of the sin he committed, he must bring as his offering a male goat without defect. 4 legs. Not 3, that's defected goat. 1 horn defected goat. Parkinson's, well, we can't tell, we're dumb. Verse 24, he is to lay his hand on the goat's head and slaughter it at the place where the burnt offering is slaughtered before the Lord. Get in the sin offering, kill it, kill it. Fuck. Verse 25, then the priest shall take some of the blood of the sin offering with his finger and put it on the horns of the altar. His finger, even. He couldn't, like, get a paintbrush? It's not very sanitary. Verse 25, okay, I read that part. Sin offering his finger and put it on the horns of the altar of the burnt offering and pour out the rest of the blood at the base of the altar. He shall burn all the fat on the altar as he burned the fat of the fellowship offering. In this way the priest shall make atonement for the man's sin, and he will be forgiven. Can I just say sorry? Really, is all this necessary? Okay. Verse 27, if a member of the community sins unintentionally and does what is forbidden in any of the Lord's commandments, he is guilty unintentionally. When he is made aware of the sin he committed, he must bring as his offering for the sin he committed a female goat without defect. She must have 4 legs, she must have 2 horns, and whatever else goat's got. He is to lay his hand on the sin offering and slaughter it at the place of the burnt offering. Of course he is. Then the priest is to take some of the blood with his finger, again, because he can't find a paintbrush, and put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering and pour out the rest of the blood at the base of the altar so it's nice and bloody. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's one of those massacre movies. It's Friday the 13th. Jason visits Israel. Where did I leave off? Oh yeah, you should remove all the fat, just as the fat is removed in the fellowship offering. The priest shall burn it on the altar as an aroma pleasing to the Lord. In this way the priest will make atonement for him, and he will be forgiven. Alright, verse 32. If he brings a lamb as his sin offering, he is to bring a female without defect. He is to lay his hand on its head and slaughter it for sin offering at the place where the burnt offering is slaughtered. Kill something again, and again. Same place, one time. Do it. How many games we kill in a row? Slaughter or we slaughter. We need more blood. Verse 34, then the priest shall take some of the blood of the sin offering with his, yep, you guessed it, his finger. finger. What if it was his stinky finger? And put it on the horns of the altar of the burnt offering, and pour out the rest of the blood at the base of the altar. He shall remove all the fat, just as the fat is removed from the lamb of the fellowship offering, and the priest shall burn it on the altar on top of the offerings made to the Lord by fire. Christ. In the way the priest will make atonement for him for the sin he has committed, and he will be forgiven. Fucking thing. Well, kids, once again, this is Josh, and this has been the Bible and an Atheist Point of View.